Hey, what's up guys, Ara here, and welcome back to a brand new video here today, and welcome to an exclusive look at the first 15 minutes of Need for Speed Heat. Big thanks to EA for inviting me out to an early capture event to get this footage. There's going to be plenty more videos coming from Need for Speed Heat from me on the channel later on in this week, so if you're new around here, be sure to get subscribed for that, and if you do go on to enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button. So without further ado, let's roll the clip and see the first 15 minutes of Need for Speed Heat.
The Speed Hunters Showdown is back as Palm City plays host once again to the state's foremost racing exhibition. Each day, thousands of eager fans will be hoping to catch a glimpse of the very best high-performance cars in action. But when the sun goes down, you can quickly find yourself in a far more dangerous territory. Welcome to the world of street racing. An underground scene inhabited by daredevils and speed freaks intent on tearing up the rules and breaking the law. Rising to meet this challenge is Palm City's very own Lieutenant Frank Mercer, head of the newly formed high-speed task force.
Street racing has no place on public roads. Mark my words, if you are out there and you're engaging in this type of activity, we will find you. And if you think that you can get away by just hitting the gas, then you're in for a surprise. Because we are coming after you hard, and we are coming after you fast. Trust me, there is no escape.
Talk to me, Joe. How we doing?
Hanging in there.
Good. Just keep your foot on the floor.
Alright, so here we go then, digging into our very first race on Need for Speed Heat, the opening one of the story mode here. So we got a little six-man race, sprint race as we go through. I'm sure the cops will be involved at some point, as we saw there in the opening clip. The kind of baseline of the story will be cops v races, this whole day-to-night transition, the gameplay differences between day and night. And at the heart of that, the main antagonist is that Lieutenant Mercer, the kind of bad guy, a bit of a rogue cop we find out later on in the kind of storyline. We'll see that a little bit later actually in this video here, and so that will be what's to come. But in this first race then, we're actually in the cover car of the game, which is the Polestar with a absolutely mad custom kit. You can see the biggest wing I've ever seen on one of these. It's like an F1 wing almost. So you've got these kind of end plates which very much mimic an F1 car's rear wing end plates on either end. Pretty ridiculous. Don't know if it's actually even doing anything downforce wise, probably more just for aesthetics, but very sweet car nonetheless. They're allowed to do this. I think EA, they did this with Payback as well, where in the first race you kind of get a taster of the kind of upper echelon car. You get to drive the cover car just to give you a nice feel and kind of wanting more, because of course we're probably going to get chucked into the kind of first, choosing your car. They're going to be a lot lower level, probably not as quick as this Polestar. You can see there, nice shot from the front there. The cops are now chasing us as well in a cop pursuit, and hopefully we'll be seeing that a little bit later as well, how the cops engage us a little bit. You can see there on the right hand side, Cash is up to us, being chased by one cop right now. Going to try and get him off a little bit by hitting him on the right hand side as we try and navigate. I just about managed to spot that right hander, and so that unfortunately loses us down to third place there. We were in second, so I think we'll have a little bit tricky time to actually get first place, I think, as the cops now blast past me, and they're going to probably try and form some sort of blockade or try and get in my way. And now we've actually got about four cops on us, I think, in total. We're only being chased actively by one, but we've got about four in the kind of circle here. And of course, if this was like kind of free roam play, that will kind of level up as you go on and you keep on doing the chase. But we're in this kind of opening race, so I assume it's really not gonna level up in this instance here. We're getting pretty close to the end. It looks like we're gonna have to settle for second place in the race, which is not too bad considering I nearly kind of made a wrong turn there, but decent start.
RV deployed. South exit. Don't let that stop you!
Let's get off the street.
Good call.
Shit, this cop's still on me. Anna, I'm on the bridge. That cop's trying to...
What did you do? What'd you do to that sweet-ass ride? You lost the car. He lost the car.
No, Shaw. This is on you.
You know, wish you never survived.
Who says he did?
What are we doing here?
Sending a message.
Wait, stop!
Hey, he said...
We're on camera back there.
Shaw, hold it.
So this is how we work now?
These crews gotta learn. You try making a mockery of my unit, you're gonna take the fall.
Frank, you're smarter than this. You want to send a message? You need a messenger.
You, get out of town. And if we see you or any of your crew around here again, you're gonna be joining that car. You understand? Get up. Go tell your friends.
Hey! What happened, bro? Where the hell's your car? Hey!
This is bullshit, Anna. Yeah, I'm out. I'm going back to Ventura, and I'm taking Richie with me.
But we're a crew!
Not anymore. It's over.
What? You just gonna walk to Ventura?
Yup. You're on your own.
Oh, yeah. No, I checked it out. Oh, hey, I'll be with you in a second. Come on in. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, you're gonna need all new sparks. Yeah, all 4. What kind of noise? Oh. No, I'll check the wheels. Sounds like a loose bearing. Can't do today.
Coming up, more from our interview with Lieutenant Frank Mercer, the man leading the charge in the city's
Oh, yeah, I got a customer here, so I gotta go. All right, cool. Peace.
Racing.
You know, as important as fighting crime is, and we are committed to that fight, our job is about more than that. It's about connecting with you folks out there, hearing your stories, listening to your concerns. That's how we build a better community. That's how we build a safer future for...
Sorry, it's just a little too much bullshit this early in the day. Look, I hate to do this, but if you're looking for wheels, I got a CID. Cops insist. Out of town, huh? Name's Lucas. How can I help?
Word is cars out of here can compete.
Oh, they can. This for the showdown?
Yeah, I just want to get out there and race.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. The man's been crazy past couple days, so stock's down. But I got these ready to go. They're not top of the line, but they're good. Why don't you take a look, see if you're interested.
Right, so here we go then. We get to choose our very first car in the game. You didn't see that, I didn't actually show it, but I was also able to choose my character. So that's the character I chose. You get about 12 different choices of the base, and then you can actually customize it later on. Just like you can customize your car, you can customize your character, t-shirts, you know, bottoms, trainers, all actually fully licensed in the game. Very, very cool. But got a good selection of first cars here, but I personally wanted to go with something a little bit different that I know a lot of people might go for, maybe the Ford Mustang or perhaps the Nissan. So I thought I'd go for something a little bit different, perhaps with the M3, but I'm sure also a lot of people choose the M3, but YouTube-wise, I reckon more people would probably choose the Nissan, so I thought I'd go with the M3.
Nice choice.
Can't wait to try her out.
I know some people at the showdown. See about getting you a race. It gives me a chance to make sure she's working perfectly. What do you say?
Sounds good.
Okay, where to? Well, you got a couple races to choose from.
The one downtown is all long curves, and the one in Eden Shores is all sharp corners. Take your pick and set a route to it on the map.
So we're going for a spin, and we're going to go to our kind of first proper race with our actual car as our character, of course. So that first one was just the kind of intro race, as it were, with the Polestar here. And you can see the map. You can go from day to night. The daytime, obviously, more all in white, and then the nighttime all in pretty cool purple neon. That really is trying to give you already that kind of distinction between day and night. You know, all the races you do in the day are like sanctioned races, where the nighttime ones are all kind of for reputation, kind of illegal street racing. And so there's that distinction they try and make all the way through the game, basically.
So take it easy. Let's just get this car to the start line in one piece.
Alright, so easy peasy. We're going to drive to our first race then, and basically just see the sights of the city, basically. Obviously, it's a very cool map. It's a lot better than Payback, I can already tell you from playing it. It's so much more dense. There are so many kind of smaller city areas where you can already tell the racing's going to be better. The maps they can make for the short sprint races or the circuit races, you know, there'll be so much better bends, whereas Payback, there's so much open land, whereas here, yeah, there are large stretches, but even with the larger stretch highway roads, and it's almost like they've kind of, you know, taken a leaf out of, you know, when Top Gear, the old school Top Gear, you know, looked for like the best racing roads in the world. They're kind of almost like that. They've made these highways some of the best racing highways you can kind of drive on, in terms of making them interesting, in terms of the way they curve around, the vistas you can see when you're driving through. Like, some of the sights are insane, and you can see here, I mean, just the city, the cities that they've got in this game, like the more built-up areas, so much better. Like, look at that up ahead of us there on the left-hand side. Just, it looks like almost New York City. It's a lot more built up, so it's just going to be much better in terms of just driving around free roam, and also during the actual sanctioned races you're doing as well.
Hey, Dex. Hey, be gentle with my friend here. They're breaking in a new car.
If it's one of yours, it's half broke already. You joining us?
Nah, man.
I run practice races for beginners if you need to get up to speed.
Yeah, funny guy. Very funny.
You're always welcome.
Alright, so here we go then. It's our first race in our brand new baby, the BMW M3. We get going here, and it's a circuit race, so 3 laps. On the top end, they've actually changed the way they display it, so now you can see the percentage of the entire thing, and then the lap-to-lap one, which I think is pretty useful in terms of actually really determining how long you've actually got in terms of if you're trying to chase after first place here. But whilst the race goes on, I'll just talk a little bit about the kind of handling. You might see a little bit of drifting here and there as we try and kind of slide the car through, but generally speaking, the handling model they've changed this year is so much better in terms of you can really tell the difference, that if you're going for a big drift, you're no longer speeding up. You are slowing down. Yes, you can maybe get a better angle through some of these corners, but generally speaking, you're not actually, you know, keeping the speed, and you're not gaining speed, which was the big issue in Payback, and even before in 2015 Need for Speed, you used to gain speed for getting into a drift, whereas now you're kind of scrubbing off a bit of speed, maybe keeping it somewhat, but you're not gaining any, and basically it's just a way to kind of maneuver the car rather than actually speed up the car through the corners. And then in terms of actually just braking in a straight line and then turning in, I've noticed before in the other bits of gameplay, not in this video per se, but later on from what I played on the day of the early capture event, that you really could just kind of do like an almost racing style, you know, stamp on the brakes in a straight line, then get the nose turned in. And I found the circuit racing especially is a lot of fun in this game. Like, obviously, if you guys know, you've been on my channel for a while now, obviously you know I'm mainly an F1 channel. I do a lot of motorsport content, so obviously I'm going to enjoy kind of circuit racing, I think, by nature. And in this game, it was quite telling the fact that I was enjoying it a lot, in terms of I lost out here to first place here. There's no rubber banding or anything like that, and I was trying so hard to try and catch up to this guy. I just couldn't do it, and he's really pushing you, because if you do make a mistake, you will get punished for it. And the handling model is actually quite rewarding, in terms of if you do get the right lines, you do get rewarded, and you can find that extra speed, which I found as a motorsport background guy really, you know, quite rewarding and really great.
Oh, looks like the car handles okay. Listen, I got some business in town to take care of. Best thing you can do with all that bank is get yourself a nitrous kit. I'm out of stock, but go pick one up from the part shop, and I'll fit it for you.
I'm going to cut in here whilst the waffling goes on, whilst he talks about upgrading your car, but I'm just going to talk about it basically. So essentially, obviously, like I mentioned, you do the daytime races for kind of mostly cash, and the nighttime races for the rep, and then that way you kind of build yourself up, obviously upgrade your car, buy new cars. The upgrading system in this game is different from Payback. The speed cars are no longer there. It's more like Need for Speed 2015, where you actually work on the actual physical parts themselves, but the kind of UI and the menu system is a lot more user-friendly, I guess, so it's a lot easier to navigate. And obviously you've got all other cool features like engine swapping in this game, so you can actually, don't go too crazy, you can't go too crazy with it, but within decent limits, you can go pretty bonkers with the engine swaps and give like certain cars, you know, V6s, V8s, V12s with turbos all naturally aspirated. So those already really cool, and you've got the same customization that we had from previous games, you know, the stance, and also now the new thing is also exhaust tuning, which is very, very cool. And all of this stuff I will be showing in future videos when we do just dedicated custom build videos later on in the week, or coming weeks basically. So if you're new around here, do get subscribed for all of that. But that has been the first 15 minutes of Need for Speed Heat then in the story mode. Just a little taste if you guys, because I didn't want to really spoil the kind of any big part of the story really, just a little taster that I'm sure that will just kind of whet the appetite a little bit there. So if you did enjoy the video, be sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you've got any questions about Need for Speed Heat, obviously I played a whole day of it, so I can try and answer them in the comments below, then let me know. And like I said, if you are new around here, do get subscribed for more NFS Heat videos in the coming weeks. But yeah, that's been it. I've been Arava. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.